Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time to go hoard up. Are you guys ready? I know I sure am. Movies like Abominable are hitting 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD today. It's a new animated flick, along with Rambo, Last Blood, right here, the new entry in the Rambo franchise, along with one or two other titles hitting, 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, and stuff today. But that's be heading on out to some of the usual spots. And yes, I seem a little off today. I'm a little bit under the weather, just trying to power through the opening here, if you know what I mean. But if you guys haven't seen it yet, check out the video I made hanging out with my friends in San Diego. I went up there, hung out with Danny and Fluffy, and just had a fun little weekend out with them. If you guys haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Link will be in the description box or at the little annotation screen at the end of the video. But guys, let's head on out, see what kind of fun stuff we can come across today. Well guys, at my first stop of the day, Best Buy. Well guys, in Best Buy right now, taking a look at some of the new releases that they got going on this week. They finally got the Fanatic in. Walmart was the only place I ever saw it in last week, and I believe Targets have them in now, and this is now Best Buys are getting them in. If you guys have never seen it, man, definitely check it out, especially if you're into like really crazy kind of cringy ass movies. That was actually a good one right there. And there's another Dolph Lundgren movie that came out. Man, it seems like he puts out like 1 or 2 movies every month now, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, one of the other main ones that came out today was Rambo: Last Blood. I believe the 5th one in the Rambo franchise here. I'll be having a review of this at the end of this video today. But people were talking smack, but it really wasn't as bad as people were saying. But I always like seeing Stallone kicking ass, being a badass. But the other main one that came out today is Ad Astra. This is of course the new Brad Pitt film, and I believe Jamie Kennedy was talking about this on his podcast, and how he was had a part in this movie, but they ended up cutting it out and things. But I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it in theaters, I really wasn't impressed. I mean, it looked cool, but like I was bored out of my goddamn mind watching this one for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely not going to be grabbing this one anytime soon. And now I'm over here at this little rack because they're still putting out the movies today. And of course, Abominable is being released today. I don't know, man. Like, it was fine. Nothing that blew me away or anything like that. And I don't know if this is one of the ones that came out today or not, but I ended up getting a review copy of this like a week or 2 ago. My mom's the one that wants to watch it, but I don't think she's got around to it yet. But Downton Abbey, I've never got into the show, never really watched an episode in my life. My mom has, but like it's one of those things that, I don't know, it just really doesn't interest me at all. But I believe this is one of the other ones that was hitting the store shelves today. But they're still putting out, product out on the shelves as we speak. Out of Best Buy to Goodwill, baby. Let's head on in here and see what we can find. Well, just got into the Goodwill right here to see if we can find anything, worth the hell. It looks like they have a couple of little Blu-rays going on in here today. Not a whole hell of a lot, but just, a small handful of things in here. But, you never know what you can come across in this bad boy today. Hopefully something cool I can maybe resell on my eBay page. Link in the description if anybody wants to check it out. Shameless plug. Now that's a great comedy special right there. If you guys have never seen it before, Eddie Murphy's Delirious. It feels kind of light, like someone stole it or something. No, it's there. It's there. And is anybody really excited at all for like the Avatar movies that are going to be coming out, 2 and 3, that James Cameron's doing? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am not. Like, I don't even care. Like, it's been so long. It's just like, are people still hyped for it? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't get me wrong, like the special effects and the way the movie looked and everything when I saw it in theaters back in the day it was amazing. But like story-wise and everything else, I haven't even felt like going back to revisit it since I saw it in theaters. You know what I mean? Like, even the Blu-ray I have at home of this one, I haven't even opened. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like, it's one of those movies. It looked amazing, but it's definitely not one of those ones I watch over and over again. So it's been like a decade now since this one's came out, and they're gonna be doing 2 and 3. Like, I don't even know, man. I hope they do good. you know, for James Cameron, but I don't think they will. You know what I mean? Guys, that's just me getting off on a little rant right there. Now, this is something a little different and odd that I've never come across before in a thrift store. I mean, I've seen, you know, Mr. Bean before, but like this is like a weird different release of it. It's like in a hard box. I don't know if this is Korean or Japanese. I'm not sure. But this is Bean 10 years. It says up in the corner here, the Bean, you know, Bean 10 years. That comes with like, you know, it's like in this little box set right here. Kind of something you don't see every day, you know, in this place over here. And what the hell is this? This is like a mystery box. They have like a mystery box of shit over here of like random like DVDs from like Netflix and things, like screener copies of things like 13 Reasons Why and what the hell is, like, what? You can like see like what person it came from too. For 20 bucks. 20 bucks for like random screener discs of things. At my last stop of the day, Walmart, baby. Let's head on in, see if they have anything cool. Well guys, in Walmart right now, looking at the new release rack, not a whole lot of stuff is coming out today. Well, you know, they got the Abominable on all the different formats, DVD and stuff like that. Of course, Rambo, Last Blood and stuff, going for $24.96 for the 4K, you know, $19.99 or $19.96 for the Blu-ray. I kind of like this one, you know what I mean? I kind of did. We got Downton Abbey, the motion picture right here. Also, this movie that wasn't in the other places called The Overcomer. So I think it's one of those Christian-based movies. It could be kind of cool, but I don't like how they have a bow on the top over there. But hey, what can a brother do? And of course, you know, Ad Astra and stuff is the other one that came out today. Not a whole lot to talk about, to be honest, guys, when it comes to new releases today. But guys, let's head on home now for some DVD and Blu-ray reviews. Alright guys, now on to the review portion of this video here. Sorry I didn't, you know, really film that much out there today. I'm just kind of, you know, a little bit under the weather, slightly depressed because of all the different things that are going on. And yeah, I didn't buy anything out there today because I really don't have the funds to be just like, you know, laying down on a lot of stuff, at least at the moment. But I do get things into review, and these are the things I've watched, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. The first one up right here is from Lionsgate Home Entertainment, and that is Rambo: Last Blood, that, you know, hit the formats today. And of course, this is the 5th Rambo film in the franchise. Of course, still starring Stallone. And in this one, you know, he's a little bit older now. He has this little farm in the middle of kind of nowhere, and he has this his niece that he kind of looks after here and there. And at the beginning of this film, she gets kidnapped in Mexico and kind of like, you know, thrown into the sex trafficking ring. And it's pretty much up to John Rambo to go in there to get her back. Is he gonna get her back? Is he gonna save her? You have to watch this movie to find out. I kind of really like this one, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not as cool as some of the other, you know, Rambo films or anything like that. And I can see why people of today probably won't care for this film. But, like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I always like seeing, you know, Stallone in there just kicking ass, being a badass that he is. You know what I mean? Like, I know, I've always, you know, really liked the guy. And, yeah, there's a good amount of special features on here. Like, I believe it was, like, 40 minutes or something of, like, behind-the-scenes, you know, featurettes, like, you know, fly on the wall, you know, kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. There's also the theatrical trailer on here. And, yeah, the production diaries is the thing I was talking about that they had in here, which I thought was pretty good, to be honest with you on this. But the Blu-ray and the 4K look really good. If you guys are a fan of action flicks, you know, it's not, you know, obviously not the best, you know, movie on the planet, but I did enjoy it, and it's a nice entry to me in the Rambo franchise. And next up over here from Lionsgate also is Judy, starring Renee Zellweger as the character of Judy Garland. And this right here follows Judy's in life and her, like, you know, her golden age, like her last half of her life when she's like going on tour and different things like that, and like showing how, you know, she got into drugs at a young age. And it kind of flashes back to when she was making The Wizard of Oz, playing Dorothy, and, you know, showing how she, you know, she always has, like, you know, troubled relationships with different, you know, people and husbands and things. And I kind of really liked it, and I really liked Renee Zellweger's performance in here. Like, when I was watching it, I wasn't like looking at her going, that's Renee Zellweger, you know what I mean? Like, she actually disappeared into her role of Judy in this film, right? This film. This has a couple of little special features, a making of Judy Garland, Judy image gallery, and a theatrical trailer on here. But if you're a fan of Judy Garland and you want to know more about the lady, definitely give us one to watch. I don't know how how historically accurate this film, you know, is, because I never knew Judy Garland or anything, but like, I found this to be really entertaining. I saw this one on Blu-ray, then I also saw it in the theaters when it first came out. It was one of those ones I just had to go see, because I've always liked Judy Garland. You know what I mean? Like, how could you watch The Wizard of Oz and not like, you know, not like Judy Garland? But yeah, that's the movie Judy. I recommend checking it out when it's out. But this next one up right here, man, I knew nothing about, and I was, you know, there's no low expectations or high expectations. I just didn't know anything about it. But I requested it from this company called RLJ Entertainment, and it starred Ethan Hawke. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a chance. I love Ethan Hawke, man. You know, the Before trilogy, and of course, you know, Reality Bites being one of my favorite films of all time. And this is a movie called Adopt a Highway, and it's about this guy played by Ethan Hawke who's you know, an ex-con who's just being released from jail. He's been in jail for like 20 years, and that's pretty much all he knows. That's all he knows is pretty much jail life. And now he's out, and he's trying to, like, you know, start a new life. You know, yeah, he's trying to getting a new job. You know, cleaning up dishes and, you know, different things like that. You know, trying to stay on the straight and narrow, stay clean, because he still has to check in with his being a parole officer every once in a while. And one night, his boss says, "Hey, you know, could you close up for me tonight? I got something to do." He's like, "Okay." And as he's, you know, throwing trash away that night, he hears a baby crying in a trash can and comes across this baby. And you have to watch the movie to see what happens with the ex-con and this baby that someone threw away in a trash can. And it's actually a really well put together flick, really powerhouse performance in here by Ethan Hawke. Really disappeared into his role here also. Man, it's just a really great film all around. If you guys have never seen it and you see it out there, definitely give it a watch. It was actually really nicely put together. It's only about like 80 minutes long too, so it doesn't really, you know, take up your whole evening or anything like that. But I was really pleasantly surprised by that flick right there, and the performance by Ethan Hawke. And next and last up right here, I got it from moviezing.com. I'll have a link for where you can get this in the description box. And this is the 30th anniversary edition of Look Who's Talking, Man on Blu-ray. And I've always, you know, I always grew up loving the Look Who's Talking flicks, and of course the one with the dogs too, Look Who's Talking Now. I always got a kick out of these movies. You know, it's pretty much a movie through the eyes of a baby. You know, well, who's the one that voices the baby? Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is the voice of the baby and everything. You don't see the baby talking or anything like that. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But it's pretty cool for it being now for the very first time on Blu-ray. Hopefully the other ones come out on Blu-ray also. But when it comes to special features, all you do is get a filmmaker commentary on here. There's nothing different, nothing really new special feature-wise. But it does look pretty decent here on Blu-ray. I would say a decent upgrade if you're a fan of Look Who's Talking and stuff. It's one of those burn-on-demand discs and things. So, but if you love John Travolta, Christy Alley, Bruce Willis, man, get up on this movie, man. Look up the trailer right now. It's amazing. It's a classic. I can be here all day talking about that film. But guys, that's all I have to show and talk to you guys about today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.